Qué gusto.
Igualmente, yo estoy feliz de estar aquí de visita.
Overboard.
Sí.
Such a great film from the 80s.
Yes.
And now we have this new version, I would say, with a Hispanic tint
Yes.
or hint.
Yes.
What made you fall in love with Overboard that you wanted not only to act, but also to produce this new version of Overboard?
Well, I grew up watching this film, so I'm a big fan. I was a big fan when I was young. Actually, Goldie Hawn, she was my movie star crush when I was a kid. I was really in love with her. And when I came to the US after Instructions Not Included, that was a movie that I did 4 years ago, that movie changed my life. It opened a lot of doors in the US for me because it became the highest grossing Spanish language film ever. So I went to the studios, and when I went to MGM, they offered me the remake of Overboard, and I was like, oh my God, I grew up watching that film. I love it. So they gave me the opportunity of co-produce, and they gave me the script so I can give my input and change it a little bit to make it fresher. So we tried to find a way to make it, to reimagine the story, to reimagine the film. And that's why we switched genders, we flipped the roles. I'm playing Goldie Hawn's character, and Anna Faris is playing Kurt Russell's. So it feels different, feels fresh, it feels more actual, and it's really, really, really funny.
It is really funny.
Right?
It is really funny. I was to tears in
Right.
one part, and I'm not going to say more than that, but I was just crying myself out.
I'm glad you liked it.
We loved it. We loved it. Now tell me, Anna Faris is your co-star?
Yes.
And she's very funny as well.
Yeah.
Share a little bit about what happened behind the scenes, because we know we're going to love you on screen, but what happened behind the scenes with you two?
You know, we had a lot of chemistry while we were shooting. Actually, the first time I met her, I was like very curious, because you never know how is the actors in real person, how they really are. And Anna is exactly the same as you imagine, as you can see her in the movie. So I love that. Actually, the first day we were shooting, I find out how humble she is. She started telling me, was I funny? And I was, what are you talking about? You're Anna Faris. You're one of the most funny women in this country. And she was like, no, I'm not a comedian. I became a comedian by accident, but I'm not a comedian. So I was laughing so hard. She's so nice, so down to earth, so supportive. We had a blast, and you can tell, you can see the chemistry on screen.
Tell me, what did you learn? You had great directors, Bob Fisher and Rob Greenberg, in this film. Great comedy moments that they've given us.
Yes.
What do you learn from this experience?
Well, I learned a lot because it's really different. I mean, I come from Latin America, from Mexico, and there our comedies, is bigger, it's broader, a lot of gestures, everything is big, big emotions, everything's big. And here everything is more grounded, more natural, more down to earth. So for me, it was a trip, because I had to change my style. I usually play with words in Mexico and with language. And here, for me, this is not my language, so I don't feel as comfortable as in Spanish. So I can't play. So it's like being reborn, because it's a completely different style. So I'm learning how to be funny in English, and it's exciting. And these guys, the directors, Bob and Rob, they're amazing writers. Also, they wrote and directed this film. And they're the writers of Wedding Crashers, of We're the Millers, How I Met Your Mother. So they're really amazing.
It's funny that you're saying that both Hispanic and non-Hispanic really loved the movie.
Yes.
At the night of the premiere of Sienna, Latina in Milwaukee. And so it's interesting that you're saying that you are adapting and you're learning how to not only speak, because as you said, but I have to say, I love the fact that we hear that accent.
Yes.
And it connects. You know, we're not trying to pretend to be somebody that we're not.
Exactly.
But it's still very funny, and it doesn't matter what background you have.
Exactly. Well, that's what I tried. And I think that comedy is, it's not easy because sometimes depends on where you were born, where you're coming from. But I think this comedy especially connects with everyone. With everyone. Doesn't matter if you're from the US or from Latin America, it really connects with everyone. I had the opportunity to bring some a Mexican cast also to the movie. Well, we have Eva Longoria and Ana Faris on the American side, but we also have Omar Chaparro, Adrián Uribe, Jesus Ochoa, Mariana Treviño. That's an amazing cast for us. It's like imagine having in a movie Will Ferrell, Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler. It's the same thing, but with Mexicans. So I'm really, really excited about this.
Tell us, I want to find out, did you had Hollywood in the bucket list? Or did it just happen? Because you're such a successful actor. You were in Mexico, Latin America, even here in the US through Univision. But was Hollywood there in the background, kind of making noise and pulling you?
It's a very interesting question because it was in my bucket list when I was 8 years old. Mm-hmm. And it was there until I was probably 20, 21. It was there, and it was my dream. But then, life just takes you for other paths. And I started working in Mexico, then I became a father. So I forgot about my dreams, and I started working in Mexico, and I forgot about them. Hollywood was not anymore in my radar. So when I was 41, more or less, my mom died, and then something happened. Somebody called me from the US. I'm an agent. I want to meet you. And then I remembered that I had a dream. Mm-hmm. And I said, I should retake my dreams. I can still do it. So it's never late to fight for your dreams. I started to act in English when I was 40, 41, 42. And I came to this country without knowing English, just the basics. Uh-huh. And all of a sudden, 10 years later, I said, I quit. I've been investing 10 years in the US and I can't get it. So I'm going to quit about trying to conquer Hollywood. And I went back to Mexico, uh-huh. and I did Instruction Not Included. And when I went back and I said, no, not anymore, my dream came back. And Instruction Not Included opened me again the doors of Hollywood. And I came back, and here I am. So that's more or less the story of my life with Hollywood.
We couldn't be happier then.
Yeah.
We couldn't be happier, and to take such a venture, as you said, after that successful career, you didn't have to move.
No.
You didn't have to.
I had everything in my country.
At 41 to get that, hey, it's still time to take up on my dream.
It's never too late, never.
Well, we really thank you because it's amazing to see Eugenio Derbez on this side of the border.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to see what's coming next. I have to tell you, last year we had Latin Lover, How to Be a Latin Lover. Yeah. It opened Cine Latino. Uh-huh. It was the first time we hosted the event, and you opened Cine Latino first edition. And what you said, it's right. The families were there, and everybody was so happy to see Eugenio Derbez on the screen, to be able to understand as a family what was being said in the movie. And now, the second year of the festival, Eugenio Derbez is there again, opening now with Overboard. Tell me, are we going to see you again in Cine Latino 2019 with another movie?
I don't think so, hopefully, but I don't think so because this one was too close. I mean, I finished promoting Latin Lover, and 10 days later I was shooting this one. It takes a while. It takes like 3 months to shoot the film, like 8 months to edit it, then dubbing it, then the adaptation, then promoting is another like 2 months. So it was, for me, it was like everything one after another. So right now I should start shooting the next one in order to be here next year. And I don't have anything ready. So probably it's going to be not next year, but 2020. For sure I'm going to be back. So yeah, probably in 2 years instead of 1, but I'll be back. For sure I'll be back.
Are we going to have you in Milwaukee? We have Harley Davidsons. Do you ride a bike?
I ride a bike. I have a Harley Davidson.
We have to have you in Milwaukee then.
I would love to.
And we'll take you to get some custard. Very
Absolutely.
famous from Milwaukee as well. So
oh, I love
it's a
custard.
plan.
Oh my God. Yeah, I will. And I someday, someone invited me to come all the way from Mexico riding my bike. So probably I'll do that. It would be an amazing exercise. Right now I live in LA, but my bike is in Mexico. My Harley Davidson is in Mexico. So I'll be back pretty soon.
From Mexico or LA, we would love to have you here.
I will be
in Milwaukee, and hopefully we get to see you in Cine Latino 2019, even if you're not in the opening movie.
I will be here, no matter what. I promise.
Thank you.
Thank you.